flying his juice bottle like an airplane during review. Dear parents, Johnny has been given a detention by the school for the following reason: using the internet to look up pictures of male sexual organs while the teacher was trying to give the class instructions. Another student made the comment, "You need to pick it in future," innocent comment, and Dalton added, "That's what she said." Disrupting class, claiming to be the reborn Jesus and hitting another student with a Bible. Disrupting class by standing unbuttoning his shirt to reveal Superman t-shirt and announcing he was Superman. Today in class, had a program launch called Foxfire.exe. I had told to close the program and to resume work, but he told me that it was just a different browser and that he was doing his work. I had given him 2 warnings, but he insisted that it was just a better browser and that he wasn't doing anything wrong. I had then issued his detention. Disturbing other classmates with cat pictures during class. Threw lamp at another student and told him to lighten the duck up. Student threw sandwich across class screaming YOLO. Student answered question with your mum. I threw a very impressive majestic paper airplane into the recycling bin. This is not how one is supposed to act because it could have impaled someone. My behavior makes others, the teacher, classmates feel unsafe because they could have been killed by a paper airplane. I will make the following adjustments so that this does not happen again. Not making massive majestic airplanes so I do not get the urge to throw them. Student got frustrated and stood up and said, "Duck this complicated ass 1, 2, 3," and a bee seized the duck. Got me ducked up with your bullshit, then walked out. Action taken prior to referral. Student was told to take a seat and he responded, "Nah, duck," and punched a student in the chin. It's ugly and stupid, shave it off. This detention is to be served on the rest of your life. Student entered class late and stated singing new called Ritz-Carlton. Student said, "Duck a shooter, I'm my own shooter." I called his parent and his dad said I ran off on the plug twice and hung the phone up. Dress code violation. Violation. Tuxedo. Joe worked into class late, 7 minutes after the bell. When I asked where he was coming from, he replied, "It's Monday morning. I don't need to hear any of your crap." I said, "Excuse me." He responded, "It's Monday morning. Just cut me some stack." Told him to leave the room. He said word, stalked out. Thumping another student on the hand with a Bible and screamed infidel. Student threw sandwich across class screaming YOLO. Danny was standing up in class saying, "Show me your booty hole." He stated with excessive chair speaking and ended with farting in a student's face. "I'm gonna twerk on you at homecoming. You better tip me. I ain't shaking this booty for free." I broke the following rule. What goddamn rule? I need info row. I know that if I do something that I have agreed not to do, that there is a consequence. I understand that the consequence is detention. I understand that this rule was created for the following reason. I will pay you $50 if you give me one good reason why you gave me detention. Chris referred to another student as a half-breed. How did you get involved? Ben kicked a ball at my face, so I scribed on his book. What were you thinking about when you scribed on his book? Really happy. Who's been affected by what you did? Well, Ben and you. What do you need to do to fix things up and make them rig? Firstly, don't kick balls too hard. How can we make sure this doesn't happen again? Stop before we act. To victim. How were you involved? Jack just squabbles every. What did you think when this happened? Really, really sad, in fact. How has this affected you? He's not my friend anymore. What's been the worst on the hardest part for you? He was my only friend. What needs to happen to fix things up or put things back? He should never scribe. Made inappropriate hip thrust movements outside of a classroom window. Drew large penis on whiteboard. Discussing girls' breasts and wanting milk from them. Passing a note in class on when he wrote "Your hair has a boner." Alex constantly defied me. During class, he contradicted me numerous times when I insisted that the length of 1 kilometer was greater than that of 1 mile. Every other student in class accepted my lesson without argument, but your son refused to believe what I told him, offering such rebuttals as, "You're lying to the class," and commanding other students to challenge my curriculum. Although he was correct, Alex's actions show a blatant disregard for authority and a complete lack of respect for his school. In the future, Alex would be better off simply accepting my teachings without resistances. Please see to it that your son understands this. Calling a teacher a muggle. Kai is running around yelling "Seal of Command fades, I cast Seal of Command, I cast Holy Shock." He then punched a boy in the mouth and yelled "Hammer of Justice." Used the F word in the hall multiple times. When I said to him I should not hear that word, he told me to plug my ears and walked away. Detention for drawing Justin Bieber in lessons, singing "That Should Be Me" and hitting a non-believer. Student took off his shirt and then proceeded to pretend his pencil was a wand while screaming, "I am a ducking wizard." Told teacher to shut up. Made a Rice Krispie model of a penis. When I asked the class who could solve my math problem, Katie stood up and screamed, "I volunteer," as tribute, at the top of her lungs, disturbing the rest of my class. There was an unused tampon that some student found on the floor. Justin ran over to pick it up. He threw it at his friend. Shot the middle at him. Justin Lane was allowed to do work on the board. He drew the picture of penis on the board I warned him when he drew first time. He did the same again. Michael finished his group work easily, so he took a laptop, without permission, and began looking at pictures of pugs. Masturbating in class. When confronted, removed shirt and said, "Come at me, bro." On top of wire cages at Oval saying, "I'm protecting Gotham City," sent to maths room, plus then on top of bin saying same thing. Shaving his beard in class. Lucas entered the cafe in a rolling office chair. He was told by a monitor to return it to the journal office. He pushed it with his feet out the door very fast. A few minutes after, he ran in the cafe with a mask on his face, holding a sign saying "Occupy the Cafeteria." Stapling students' clothes together. Observed the student receiving oral shreks from another student. I asked both students to report to the office. Chris went to class rather than the office. Chris was sitting in a chair with his pants down to his thighs, while the female was on her knees in front of him, shouting out free colonoscopies with blue glove from lab on friend. Sasuke won't dress properly, nor pull up her shirt. Is making out with boys in the hallway. Won't leave Cora alone. Taking off shirt in middle of class and yelling "Come at me, bro" at another student. Told another student to go back to her house on Whore Island. Referral from class teacher of French. Would not cooperate in his class teacher and destroyed the worksheet he was meant to be doing. When challenged about, he replied, "It's French. It's the most horrible, unuseful subject. Proper stinking." Disturbing other classmates with cat pictures during class. Reason for detention for yelling, that is mahogany, when student dropped back on desk.